Good morning, everybody. This is Simon here, Explosive Action. It has been a while, almost a month, maybe longer. I have simply not really been buying much in the way of films in the last month. You can see for a month here, this is a pretty small collection for me. What I have been doing is buying CDs, which isn't really what this channel is about, but I have set up a little blog, just a very small one I can update quickly, called nondivine.com, which was a domain I had laying around for about 15 years now, just not using it. So I'll leave the link below, and that's just basically a little blog of me talking about CDs I bought and stuff in my collection, so I'll keeping that separate. Anywho, so we're on to a DVD, Blu-ray and VHS update. What there is of it, not too much, but that's good. We'll churn through it quickly. I will start with the Blu-rays here. This first one, The Innkeepers, Ty West's new film, received in a trade from Andrew Balliner. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't actually watched most of these. It's been one of those months, actually. Lots of work from 9 AM to 4 AM. Big, ridiculous days. Yeah, so I've been really looking forward to checking this one out sometime soon, actually. It's certainly divided the audience out there. Some people rave on about how it's fantastic, and some just couldn't stand it and said it was boring. I'm hopeful that I'm going to really enjoy it. I'm okay with a slow horror film, that's fine, which is what I understand is going on here. So that's The Innkeepers. Should be good fun. Another one I haven't watched, but I picked up recently, The New Underworld. Everyone's got to have a bit of trash, big, loud, modern, expensive trash in their collection, and Resident Evil films and the Underworld films do that for me. So the new one, didn't see it in the cinema because they only had 3D sessions, and I'll be fucked if I'm going to go see this crap in 3D. Hurts my eyes. I wear glasses, so I have to wear the 3D glasses over my glasses, and that's just insane. And yeah, usually there's a 2D session, but no, not with this one, so they missed my money there. And here are the best Blu-rays. Oh yeah. 3 Chuck films. It's really the month of Chuck. July and August are going to be total Chuck months. The Octagon, A Force of One, and Good Guys Wear Black. All these films are not hugely remastered, but they are all in widescreen. They are all fairly sharp. There's no obvious noise reduction or anything. In fact, they actually are quite noisy in some scenes. They've all got DTS HD soundtracks, which I was surprised by. Hang on, it's there somewhere. Come on, focus, you stupid thing. There you go. DTS Master Tracks. I haven't checked if they're region free yet. They're listed as Zone B. They might work on Zone A players, I don't know. You pick these up from JB for $12 each, which I think is a bargain. Total bargain. And you need more Chuck in your collection, everybody. Everybody needs more Chuck. VHS, The Humanoid. This is an amazing film. Wow, like just, yeah, amazing film. Whew. That's a pair of films right there. Whew. Great film. Now, what we're looking at here is a Star Wars ripoff, basically. It was filmed the year after Star Wars. It's an Italian film. Damn it, I've forgotten the director. Aldo something. With Enzo Castellari as the second chair director. Oh, hang on, I might be on the front here. Oh, that's what was funny about this. Directed by George B. Lewis, sounding a bit like George Lucas, which is the pseudonym for the other guy, which was Aldo something. I really can't remember his name, which is pretty bad. This is trash of the highest order, but it is supreme trash. Look at the Darth Vader ripoff. Look at the Leia ripoff. I mean, you just can't. This is just fantastic stuff. Look at the R2 ripoff. It's basically a dog. I actually preferred him to R2 because his front legs sort of moved backwards and forwards, which was quite funny. These guys fire energy beam bow and arrows. It's just a fantastic thing. Anybody that likes trash films needs to see this. It was a big ball of fun, and the equivalent guy in here, that's Chewbacca, the equivalent guy, decapitates 4 soldiers in a row by throwing an iron girder, and the girder knocks off 4 heads. I'm telling you, this is a fantastic film. You have to see the humanoid. Not on DVD, so yeah, hunt for a tape. Children of the Night. Now, this is a vampire film from the 90s. I don't know a great deal about it, but I did pick it up because this is the third in the Fangoria films collection that they made. The other two being Severed Ties and Mind Warp, which I already had on tape. I'm going to run through those in a separate video at some point, just to go over them. The 3 Fangoria films. So this is Children of the Night. I don't know too much about it. This one is the one that actually has a DVD, I think, in Germany. The others don't have DVDs at all. Actually, Mind Warp had a DVD called Brain Smasher, but that's long deleted. Okay, DVDs. Excuse my voice. I am on holidays today after being away for being at work for, I don't know, seems like 300 hours in a row. So I got a day off, and yes, I have awoken from my slumber. We are looking at some more multi-pack trash here. $5 little collections with mainly Asylum films on it. Alien Abduction, which wasn't too bad actually, surprisingly gory. Invasion of the Pod People, The Source, which is like a Kraft ripoff. Deep Evil with Lorenzo Lamas, which I understand is quite good. And Transmorphers Fall of Man, which is, if you believe what they write here, the prequel to the 2007 blockbuster extravaganza in the tradition of Independence Day and War of the Worlds. They are saying that the original Transmorphers, a rip-off of Transformers, was a blockbuster. They lie. Anywho, 2012 Supernova Super Croc, original uncut version. Universal Soldiers. Mega Piranha and Princess of Mars. Trash, trash, trash. Mega Piranha featuring that awesome scene with the guy doing the barrel kicks at fish flying at him. Okay, and the last one, we have Bled from the producers of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, right. Temptation, Vampire Heart Beats Forever. 666, The Child, obviously an Omen ripoff. Haunting of Winchester House, and Family Demons. I don't know anything about any of these ones. But like they're $5 a pop, and what is annoying me now with these discs, only slightly annoying, is that they used to be 5 separate discs. No, now they're bloody well 2 discs. But for the technical among you that are actually collecting these things, which is probably just me, they've at least upped them to dual layer discs. So the first one's got 2 movies, the second one's got 3 movies in the dual layer, and they look pretty fine actually, so it wasn't that much of a concern. Okay, Ex-Rental Filth, Bloody Murder on Magna Pacific, always a tough label in Australia to find stuff from. I've made it halfway through this so far and I nearly fell asleep. This was a pretty boring slasher from like 99 or 2000 or something. Pretty late in the game. It's yeah, pretty boring. And I have its sequel to get through as well. How Halloween is that? Bloody Murder 2. I think this one's meant to be the better of the 2. The first one's a camp one, but there's just no gore, there's no boobs, it's just there. This one's supposed to be a bit better. The second cut is the deepest, well, hopefully. The first one barely scratched the skin. Excuse me. Bats, Human Harvest. Okay, so this is the direct-to-video sequel to Bats, a 90s film. And I don't know who's in this one. No, nothing I can recognise. It's a Sci-Fi Channel film, so usually faces you recognise from Stargate or something, but you don't know their names. So yeah, that should be pretty fun. Killer Bats, always good. And this one I was excited to pick up, Perkins 14. This is one of the what's that horror series they do? After Dark Films Horror Fest, movies from like 2 or 3 years ago. We don't get the box sets out here, so that's annoying. They release them individually. Sometimes different companies release them. But Perkins 14 is meant to be actually one of the best ones. It looks really good. They've certainly got some of the imagery down. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out Perkins 14. Does look like a good bit of fun, this. Awesome. Picked this one up yesterday, the latest from the Katarina's horror film series, The Day After Halloween, which is a cheeky name. I don't think it's actually called that. What's it actually called? Snapshot was the other name. This is an Australian film, which I didn't realise. It says it is a slice of Ozploitation, so I didn't have a clue that it was Australian. 1979 Australian horror film. And that's all good by me. With Sigrid Thornton in it from Man with Snowy River. Yep. Directed by the guy that did Free Willy. Oh dear. See this Ozploitation film in its original scope format? Well, yeah, you do. You get the 2.35 to 1 US cut, and you get a 1.78 to 1 international cut. I don't know what the difference is between the two. I would imagine that they have included both, because one's probably a bit more gory than the other. Which one is which? I don't know. Probably international cut might be the gorier film. So that's nice that they included both. I've reversed the cover, of course. I don't want those silly banners on the top. That's the banners they put up there. Katarina's Nightmare Theatre. And yeah, the little pamphlet in there. So they've got some good stuff coming out. I mean, I've picked up Mortuary recently. Death Ship is coming out soon on Blu-ray as well. Death Ship on Blu-ray, I'm pretty excited for that. And Double Exposure they had in the shop, I may pick up sometime. I'm very happy that I've got a local shop for these, because they somehow managed to sell them for the same price Amazon does. So a $2 DVD. Actually, this was $1. It had a $2 sticker on it and a line through it that said $1. Moonfire. Looks like garbage. I don't know who those guys are, but it does have Charles Napier. So there's Charles there. 70s action film, I think. What do we got here? Truck driver Charles Napier gets driven into a sinister crime operation working with the Mexican border. And to make things even more interesting, the operation is run by an ex-Nazi. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, Moonfire, $1. The latest Code Red. You can only buy them through their web store now. The People Who Own the Dark. This is a Nashi film. And it's like the first time on DVD, I think. Not too sure about that. I actually think it might be. I haven't put the disc in yet, but the print is a little damaged, but as good as it's ever going to be, I think, which I'm fine with. How long have we got here? Widescreen and full screen. I didn't realise that. What do we got? Oh, okay, so there's two versions of the film. We've got brand new telecine from an abused, scratched and beat up 35mm print that went vinegar, oh dear, and an old transfer from a 1-inch videotape found in a shack. Awesome, so that explains the full frame. Very cool. Spanish horror. What? Starring the lovable El Hombre Lobo, Paul Nashi. Oh dear. Well, it sold me on the first sentence. The participants in a hedonistic orgy are somehow spared from the destruction of a massive nuclear holocaust. Hedonistic orgy, nuclear holocaust. That's pretty much my raison d'etre. So, Death Machine. This was a freebie. I was sent this in a trade for sending a DVD-R that I made to a friend in Queensland, and I received Death Machine back because he mistakenly ordered two. This looks like a nice piece of trash. Proper Terminator rip-off stuff here. 90s film, I think. 111 minutes, that's a long haul for a piece of trash. 2003, Battletech Weapons Corporation. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, so Terminator. Should be good, I hope. Death Machine. And these three were the remaining items from Andrew Ballina's trade. I sent him a bunch of DVD-Rs ages ago, and I received The Innkeepers, as well as Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes, which is one of those ones I know I just need to see. It's a name that's been floating around for a long time, so I'll check that one out. It has Disney on it, which threw me a bit, but I think it's not too Disney. Cold Prey, Norwegian slasher, I think it was Norwegian, which has had generally good reviews, so I'm curious to check out Cold Prey. And When a Stranger Calls, which everybody knows that title. 70s, early 70s, can't recall. The print on this is quite shocking actually, it's proper public domain stuff, but yeah, I will definitely get to that in due course. So that's my DVD, Blu-ray update, etc, etc. Sorry for it being a while. Hope everyone out there in YouTube land is doing good. And this still took 15-16 minutes, so I'm going to leave it there. And I will see you all next time.